So this is actually the breakdown of the EURUSD trade I shared earlier this week on my channel. I shared this trade earlier this week on my channel on EURUSD, and we actually got to get full TP. I was using confirmation entry on lower time frame, and we got to get a full TP. It gave us 1:4.32. I shared two trades on my channel earlier this week. One on Euro AUD, that's Euro Australian dollar, and it's still to play out. We are close to our entry, and so I'm not going to be updating anything on the trade. I'm not going to be reanalyzing the trade because I already have the trade is still to play out. It's close to our entry. You can check out the video on Euro AUD. I'll list it in the description down below, so you can check that trade out. And so this is just the breakdown of the EURUSD trade. EURUSD overall is going to be selling, so this is like a counter trend trade from what happened here, from here, right? Because we're going to be selling, so from here. So EURUSD is giving us break of structures and break of structures and break of structures, and this was our most recent break of structure it gave us by here. EURUSD gave us our most recent break of structure right about here. Yeah, and so I mapped out this demand area or order block, and I'll explain to you why price, if you noticed, price actually swept, like we have a week below our zone before price going up. That's because when we look at this order block I just mapped out, there was not enough liquidity around this level. There was not enough liquidity around here, so price had to sweep and then continue going up. So I was using confirmation entry. So my target for this trade is here, before we start selling, is this black line. You can see that black line, and then we continue selling to the downside, following the overall trend from the higher time frame. I think it's from the weekly, that's more weekly, monthly, which is now that sell. I was looking to catch this buy, but since, if you notice, we tapped into this zone right here. We tapped into this zone, and this zone is something like green and red. It's actually a daily zone, so we tapped into it right here, right, and started going down. So my prerequisite for me to continue selling this market was that price would take out price was supposed to take out this low, right? Price was supposed to take out this low before I started selling this market. Price was supposed to take out this low right here before I would look to sell the market. And then I also kept my mind open that price could react from this other block and then we go up. Why? Because when we go, although we have this daily zone right here, and price has reacted on it, this line actually represents where the 4 hours order block in this zone is. So it's like I have a daily order block, and then within that daily order block is a 4 hours order block. And so when I saw this, I was like, price could likely come back up to this 4 hours order block, and that became my point of interest. Like, okay, I could see price reaction from here, go to lower time frame, get confirmation, and then start buying this market back up to this level I was taking profits. And so when price tapped into my zone, as you can see right here, price tapped into my zone, I went down on lower time frame. That's 15 minutes, by the way, and I was using a concept called a change in state of delivery, right? And I got to enter the trade right there. Luckily for me, price came down, really down. You can see price came down here close to my stop, but didn't stop me out and continue going up to the upside, right? We could also enter this trade based on change in state of delivery right here. So if you want to see the entire breakdown of the trade, this is just like a recap. We're able to hold the trade and get 1:4 to reward ratio, 1:4.32. If you want to see the entire breakdown of the trade, you should go watch my video on EURUSD. And I also have a trade that is still to play out on Euro AUD. I think I'll just go straight to it and show that, but I will not do a breakdown of the trade because the trade is still to play out. So you can go to my channel. There's a trade on Euro AUD. You can see that. Alright, this is a trade on Euro AUD. We're still waiting for price to trigger an entry, and then I go down to lower time frame, because right now I can have up to 1:5 to reward ratio. when I set a pending order, but I want to go on a lower time frame and refine and get my confirmation that truly we are buying up. So the breakdown of this trade, is Euro AUD trade, is going to be dropping on my channel, and I think tomorrow Sunday I'll be dropping my order analysis, because I have other pairs that I looked at. I'll be dropping my order analysis, not tomorrow Sunday basically, but maybe within the week I'll be dropping order analysis. So you can go check out the video on Euro AUD, see my top analysis on it, so you understand why I'm looking at taking my trade from this position. And also, if you want to understand deep down on why I was taking my trade from that Euro USD position, there's also a video on the channel on that. I posted that video this week, I think around Monday. So yeah, this is it.